My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Despicable Me. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But here's the funny thing about this movie, it's Illumination's first movie, and it's still easily the best one. Like, I can't think of any other studios where their first movie is the best. Studios are supposed to get better over time, not worse, but let's begin by talking about the cast. And Steve Carell does a great job here. I know it's Steve voicing Gru, and I can kinda hear him, but Gru does feel like his own character, and I like how Steve brings plenty of personality here, and he just does everything he needed to perfectly. And then we've got Jason Segel as Victor, and I think he's really good. Victor is just such an entertaining villain, and Jason brings him to life incredibly well. And then we've got Russell Brand. And I know it's Russell Brand voicing him. I just don't hear Russell Brand at all, but he does a very good job. Miranda Cosgrove. I'm not going to lie, as a kid, I grew up watching iCarly, Drake and Josh, so I was a huge fan of hers growing up, and I thought she did a really good job here. She plays this character so incredibly well. Dana Gale brings plenty of personality to her character. She's very charming and likable, and I like how she has a bit of an edge. And then Elsie Fisher, huh, I, the girl from 8th grade and the Texas Chainsaw movie. I didn't realize she was in this movie, but she does a really good job as well. All she needed to do was be cute and likable, and she does that perfectly. And then we've got Will Arnett, who does a fine job here. He's entertaining enough. Kristen Wiig, I didn't realize was in this movie as well. Like, I know she plays Lucy, I think is her character's name, in the sequels, but she plays the orphanage director, and she does a perfectly fine job, and Julie Andrews does a fine job. So the cast is really good. Everybody does what they needed to incredibly well. But there's some characters I haven't yet mentioned, and it's the minions. And I know some people hate the minions, but those people are wrong and should not be listened to because the minions are great. The minions are hilarious. The minions are iconic and for good reason. They're just great comedic side characters. They're slapsticky and they bring some nice physical comedy, and I still love them to this day. And because of the minions and Gru, like, I don't know, there's something about this movie that's iconic. And I do like how funny this movie can be. I love all the supervillain gadgetry throughout. And I like how over the top the plot is. Like, he's trying to steal the moon. And he actually kind of succeeds at the end. Like, come on, that's a fun, goofy plot. But it also manages to be very heartfelt. You know, it's about this guy who was neglected as a kid, and he grew up and closed himself off to the world. He became a supervillain because he was filled with so much hatred, and he adopts these three girls in an act of selfishness, but he actually allows himself to open up to them, and he becomes a better person. he becomes a more loving person. And like, I know it's nothing new, but it's just a great character beat. We actually get some real character growth in this movie, and there's some nice emotion. Like when we get to the part of the movie where Dr. Nefarious gives them up, it's actually really sad. And the movie manages to be quite cute as well, and I just like watching these characters bond. It is a very sweet movie, and I don't think anything else Illumination has made has reached these heights. And I also like the music by Heitor Pereira and the songs by Pharrell Williams. Illumination has definitely overused Pharrell Williams, but in this first movie, it just makes it feel unique. It feels like this movie has its own identity, and I really like that aspect of the movie, and the animation is good. I like how comedic it can be, I like how goofy it can be, and they still bring these characters and their emotions to life incredibly well. So, yes, I do think this movie is great. It might be a little too cliche and it might be a little generic, and I don't think it gets to like perfection, but it's great. It's lots of fun. The characters are memorable. The minions are fantastic. It's cute, it's heartfelt, it's funny. It's a great time. So I'm giving Despicable Me an 8 out of 10. Okay, Despicable Me. Have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.